Why, hello there, everybody, and welcome back to Misscliks D&D Devotion. So you have 2 more contests to go. One of them is going to be another mini game, and then the last will be a final skill check of your actual performance of just the 2 of you. For this next one, we have Guy Claypool and Bash Rockstorm and Cook the Chef going first. The announcer claims that this is going to be, or the king says, now this skill here is an important one. It's being able to notice the nuances of language and the double meanings of language and work within them to produce multiple layers of meaning in the same verse. Now, that's a difficult thing to demonstrate, but we're going to practice it through the art of the pun. So you all need to keep a conversation going in a circle with a different pun on the same topic, similar to the first one. Guy Claypool, you're up first. I will start it off for you. Have you heard the one about the baby deer? I forget how it goes, but it was fawny. Guy Claypool nods and goes, I'll give you $1 for that one.
Good one, Guy.
Bash Rockstorm goes, I'd pay up, but I'm all out of dough. Cook comes over and goes, it'd behoove you to pay up anyway, Bash. Guy Claypool goes, oh dear.
Wow.
And then they botch it and can't go any farther from there.
Good one, Neil. I give you 10 out of 10.
Thanks. So the king turns to you guys next. You guys get to do your own order, but you got to stick in it. And he looks to the party and says, tell me some puns about chickens, but don't exaggerate too much.
Well, I had some ideas written down, but they're all scratch.
I don't know, babe. Maybe you should just wing it.
Can we go in whatever order, or does it have to be
as long as
circle?
each person goes once before the next person.
Okay.
Ransom, Kess?
What, Cass? Do you just have a chicken egg on this one?
That's a goose egg is the figure of speech.
It makes sense, Neil.
I'll give it to you.
Well, I ate an omelet for breakfast, but I'm still feeling peckish.
Good one. Now the contest is just beginning.
I really just cannot get over how much you're a chick magnet.
Thanks,
These
babe.
two are constantly egging each other on.
Well, your love is certainly no spring chicken.
That works, but it was Ransom's turn, so I'll give you the point, and we'll end it right there. You guys
No,
get 8.
I had so many more.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They were gonna say that I was the nest around, Neil.
I thought you said we could like keep going as
As long as everyone's had one before you go back, and yeah.
Well, she misunderstood you because he technically did have one earlier on.
Yeah, but it was like the first one. You guys did the first one perfectly, so...
No,
Neil,
but like
Neil.
we all went once. Is that?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it was the first one. There was something to...
Neil, that's real cheap.
Yeah.
Cheap.
Trump should still be able to go.
Oh, cheap. All right, Trump, if you can come up with one, we'll keep it going.
Oh, dang. But I already gave up. All right, let's see.
I already gave 2 of mine. Because I thought it was over.
Well then,
You can
that'll
save
be
again.
the price for the.
Okay,
the
fine.
misunderstanding.
I saved him. I got it.
Man, you can't just coop all these guys up. They have so many funds.
Wait, hold on. Have you seen my drumstick?
I'm hatching a plan.
Do we have to go to Jen now? Is that how it works?
Jen or Trump.
Okay.
Yeah. 10-second warning. 3, 2.
Well, I'm running out of. No, I don't.
You're running out of jokes. All right, 10 points for the party. Good job, everybody. All right, let me
Just
mark.
wing it.
Oh gosh, I just found one. That was horrible.
Oh. So this was.
Oh god, I had a really horrible one. It was so good.
All right, you guys get 10 points, and let me start rolling points for the other teams. Ooh.
Would it have worked for you guys if I said something like I have not been feeling very cooperative? Or is that only like
Is it a French?
chicken?
Cooperative.
Cooperative. You would have had to really make it work. Okay. Tallying up the points.
Are you feeling clucky, team?
All right. So before the final act happens, there is a special guest performer here. They clear the front stage for you, and a very handsome man steps out onto stage. He's got long, flowing blonde hair with kind of like waves. He's got like a tight vest on that betrays his muscly figure underneath. He's well groomed with a fantastic complexion, and he is introduced as Antonio the Magnificent. He is here to perform some magic tricks for everyone's entertainment while everyone kind of finishes up their final notes and gets ready for the final thing. But the very first thing he does when he gets up on stage is look out across the crowd and say, Everyone, I'm going to need an assistant for this. Does anyone want to be my assistant?
I raise my hand.
You start running towards the stage.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
She started saying me when you said I'm gonna need. She was like me.
Okay. He looks at you and goes, "Wow, I have never seen a woman so eager to be my assistant before. Oh, nor one so lovely. Here, these are for you." And he pulls out some flowers from his sleeve and hands them over to you.
I grabbed the flowers.
Ugh,
Okay.
cheap trick.
Now, madam.
This is already an amazing trick.
If you're going to be my assistant, I'll need you to change into your assistant outfit. So please, come along here. And they brought in some like shades with some blockers. You're going to go behind and change into whatever assistant's outfit. I'm going to let you describe it and define it yourself for added fun to the game.
All right.
So what is your assistant's outfit going to look like?
You remember like the tutu that the guy was wearing for humiliation? Like
When we
from
rescued the
other
guy,
show.
all he was wearing was a tutu. Remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I have a tutu, but on me it doesn't look at all ridiculous what the guy was wearing. And I'm gonna have like this. I'm pretty sure there would be a Cuban hairstyle, so I have like a Cuban braid, like a big braid like coming on the side of my face, which I never do because my hair is always like, you know, flowy and free, so it seems very different. And I don't know, I guess I have like it's kind of an over-the-top sexy top.
Okay.
But like, it's not that unusual since my character is always like dressing sexy.
Mhm.
But I feel that if another woman were to step in and wear that, she would have been kind of uncomfortable of taking that out.
It's, you know, it's the magician's assistant uniform. It's a little revealing. It's a little showy. Yeah, I get you.
Oh,
so-
and there's a little top hat.
Little nice. So
Yeah,
while
like really small.
you're in the backstage changing, Antonio the Magnificent steps out and motions for one of his stage hands to roll out this big thing on wheels that's got this big cloth over it. And he says, "So, while we wait for our lovely, distractingly lovely, really, assistant, let me introduce you to the world's most beautiful creature. Strong, but delicate. Tame, fierce, but tame. With a temper to rival a storm, one look from this magnificent specimen can stop a man's heart cold. Behold! And he pulls back the cloth, and there's Olivia standing before you, everyone.
And I'm like this.
He comes over and takes her hand and gives it a bit of a kiss and parades her around on stage for a little bit, and starts going through his normal magician routines, kind of having a good time with it. He finishes the show by levitating her up in the air, kind of focusing his mind, putting his hands down, and Olivia literally just starts levitating, just kind of like... This is a levitation spell for any spellcasters out there that might recognize it. And Olivia, you kind of feel the magic working. You could try and save against it if you want, but I'm assuming you're going with it.
Nah, I'm going for it.
Yeah.
Can I add a little bit with like an oraison or something?
Sure, yeah, go for it.
Kellen is like super unimpressed with all this. He's just kind of like having a drink and looking around like, you guys really go for this? Whatever.
So Antonio the Magnificent is really focusing, concentrating as she lifts up, and he kind of like tilts his head and like looks up at her, like underneath her tutu, and then magic breaks and she drops and he dives away and catches her in like a big, showy, swooping dive, lifts her up, gives the crowd a wink to show it was all part of an act, gives her a little twirl around stage, and then a big dip and a deep kiss with it. Then he
How
pops
does Olivia react? How does Olivia react?
She's surprised, so I guess it just happens.
All right, he pops her back up on stage to thunderous applause, and the two of them walk off stage arm in arm together. As you're walking off stage, he gives you kind of a squeeze on the side and says, "So, thank you for that fantastic performance."
And then I appear next to him and punch him in the face.
You punch him?
Yep.
Oh, give me a roll to hit. He's not expecting this coming.
Nope. Totally surprised.
You get a +1 for hit because he's a little surprised by this.
Is it a d20 plus 3?
Yes, it is. Bam! You whap him across the face. He kind of takes a few steps back, shaking his head, going, "Oh, I've had many women come to me after the show, but never a man like this."
Is he speaking Akuban or Common?
Common. He knows his audience.
I step in front of Olivia and I'm like, "Yeah, that's because you never kissed someone like my girl in front of someone like me."
Well,
I hear what's going on, and I like to kind of poke Ransom, and I'm like, "Good thing that wasn't me, huh?"
Yeah, so am I. That poor guy would be on the floor.
Oh, Ransom. I hug him.
Antonio the Magnificent looks over at Kellen, kind of jealously guarding Olivia, and says, "Well, there was a lovely lady waiting to be kissed, and someone wasn't doing it, so a real man had to step in."
I punch him again.
All right, he's expecting it now, so we're actually going to do initiative. You can just roll the same d10 because you have the same initiative speed. He's getting ready. He rolls a 3. You roll an 8.
Too slow. Boom.
3 beats an 8.
What?
Lower is
Initiative
better.
roll.
Second edition. So he is taking the dodge. He's taking the dodge action on his turn. Go ahead and make me a roll to hit. He's going to get a bonus to his AC because he's braced and ready for this. Ooh, that hits him anyway.
Can't hide from true love.
All right. Well, you hit him twice now, so roll me 2d2 for the total damage you've done to this guy. Ooh.
Ouch.
Kellen is filled with righteous anger fueled by true love.
You literally knock Antonio the Magnificent out. He had 4 HP. He falls to the ground cold.
I jump to Kellen and start making out with him.
Well, that plan backfired.
If you guys missed the special date episode, by the way, Neil, not so secretively was like, what could get Olivia to not be into Kellen anymore? And every time he's made an attempt so far of maybe this will...
You just punched all of his attempts in the face.
I did, yeah.
And I think...
I kiss Olivia back, and then I smooth her hair out of her face, and I'm like, "Babe, are you all right? I'm sorry that man didn't ask for your consent."
Yeah, he's such a weird, creepy fella.
He is, and don't worry, he'll never hurt anyone like that again. And I go, guards!
Wait.
Okay.
Does he have a spell book on him?
No. Before you guys can try and loot his body, there's someone there splashing water on him and pulling him away.
No, I don't let them pull him away. He should be arrested.
The guards are taking him away. He's, he's done some stuff here. Are you going to try and press charges against him?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that...
If Olivia wants me to.
Olivia?
Sure!
Whoa. I think it's probably best we take our win. Maybe he'll press charges on you.
Well, whatever Olivia wants.
So, like, everyone's here now? I feel like
there's some guards here. There's plenty of people watching. I think the fight between the two of you kind of got more applause and laughter than the magic show did. So it's kind of a spectacle. The Antonio the Magnificent's kind of waking up and coming to. And at the talk of pressing charges, what the head court guy, I forget his name, steps over and goes, okay, well, clearly there have been many people out of line here. Antonio, you've been warned about that. I know you're usually...
He's been warned before and you've done nothing about it. This man is a serial non-consensual kisser. Something must be done.
Well,
Take him away. Try him for his crimes.
Antonio, and he kind of glares at you with this like swelling black eye and goes, if she's pressing charges against me, I'm pressing charges against him.
I would gladly sacrifice whatever I have to prevent you from taking advantage of people like my beautiful flower ever again.
Everyone's
Unless
eyes
she
turn to
doesn't
Olivia.
want me to.
Olivia, this is all riding on you. Next episode could be a courtroom drama.
Yes, let's press some charges.
Okay. The guards lead Kellen and Antonio the Magnificent away, so Kess is going to have to solo perform the final act.
All of us?
Yeah, you're both being taken away. Kess, it's
Why
time
would
for
they take... Oh,
because
man.
you're both in trouble with the law now.
What? That wouldn't happen like
Sorry.
that.
You guys gotta...
Yeah.
It's fine. Cass is great as a solo act. She's got this.
Okay.
Wait, it's just me. What about Ransom?
Well,
I could stand in for some spoken word.
Ooh, okay. So the final act is going to be a performance check. You guys are going to have to do your very best. Ransom, do you have any musical stylings that you are skilled in?
No.
Okay. So you're going to be making a charisma check at -5 for being a non-proficient vocalist.
Okay, maybe he shouldn't join me.
Don't worry. I'm sure that I can pull this off.
I don't know about this, Ransom. Are you sure?
I'm feeling particularly good today.
All right, duo. Let's hear a performance check, or see a performance check from you guys. And what are you playing? More importantly,
I'm playing the ocarina, and I guess Ransom's gonna do some spoken word while I do the ocarina.
What is this, a singing competition, or
it's
what was
a
it?
musical competition. So singing,
Okay.
speaking, all the fun things.
All right, I'll rhythmically talk about the tale of Love Interrupted.
Ooh.
Okay, so
As inspired by recent events.
Charisma check, right?
yeah. So let's get your performance checks from both of you. Do you have any specific bits that you'd like to tell us of your song?
Sure. I'll throw in something like, a magician tried to make some magic happen, but you know what's stronger? A fist. And then I go on and on.
Okay. Give me your charisma check at -5 here, Ransom. Ooh. You guys have not practiced together. You're not particularly well schooled together with music. It comes off as awkward and not that great.
Even mine?
Well, I mean, you've got that thing going, but then Ransom's just kind of like talking over it, and his voice is a little bit louder than your ocarina.
Can I push him off and then just do it myself? Like, can I have a chance to redeem the end by myself?
You can push him out of the way. Give me a charisma check for your combination finish on your own, plus the fluidity at which you got rid of your not so fantastic assistant.
I like dancingly like get him off the stage and then like try to like distract everybody with my performance.
Oh! All right, everyone thinks it was part of the act all along to have this guy come up and bumble through some weirdness, and you take it. Totaling it up, I see I don't even need to roll for everyone else's performance checks because you guys have won by a landslide.
Nice.
You really racked up some points in the early game and crushed the charades competition. All right. The whole affair is coming to a close, and the gifts, the prizes are being handed out. They bring Kellen back from the prison for the handing out of the prizes. Everyone in the party gets a special lapel pin that can only be won in this competition that marks you as a winner of the GSL.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes. And additionally, the king has a magic hot air balloon, and he was going to offer the winners a ride in it. Unfortunately, Kellen is still in jail, and Olivia is a material witness. So I guess Kess and Ransom get a magical hot air balloon ride for two.
Oh my god,
Yay.
Ransom, this is so amazing. Aren't you excited? And I'm like, just super excited.
Is he mad that you?
Big hug. It's too bad that your brother can't join us.
Well, you know, they really have to get their jealousy issues under control. It's okay. More for us. And I kiss him.
Is Ransom not mad that you pushed him off stage?
No,
I don't
it's
think
alright.
so. Yeah, it's okay. We'll practice with you, but I think I saved the day for us.
Right.
You're a great bodyguard.
So you guys can be let out to where there is this hot air balloon. The instructor tells you the commands, to make it go up, to make it go down. And they'll have someone on horseback nearby to pick up the balloon once you land it somewhere. They're just going to follow you underneath with on horses. So you guys can drift off together without the annoying accompaniment of a hot air balloon operator. You can just kind of make it go up or down as you please. It's basically a big air balloon with a levitation spell cast upon it.
I run really fast and jump over into the thing.
You hop into the hot air balloon. It's late in the afternoon. It's probably going to have to be a little bit of a short one. The extra drama of the fighting and everything and the long charades games kind of prolong the whole endeavor. So you guys will catch the whole sunset from the hot air balloon and then have to sink it right as the sun goes down. Is there anything, Kess, that you would like to say to Ransom while hot air ballooning? Any more burning questions you have for him or things you'd like to discuss?
I ask him how he's feeling in life right now. How do you feel in our adventures right now? Are you happy?
Well, and I kind of pause since Kess's background has that sun setting, so she's all aglow like an angel. I've really enjoyed traveling the world with you. I'm in a great spot. How about yourself?
I don't think there's a place I'd rather be in the world right now than here with you.
That's so sweet.
And I'm kind of looking off. I just feel so happy to be here. It's amazing the adventures we've been on, the fact that I get to see family every day. It really hurt my feelings that our family did not accept you guys at first. You know, I never thought I'd find love after 11th, and I feel like I finally found it here, being with, you know, Kellen and now you, and Olivia with her craziness is still part of the family as well. I feel very good, and I feel like we've helped a lot of people along the way, and our music has been growing. You know, we had those problems with those bands, and now thankfully they're kind of out of the picture. You know, even some of that band came with us and now are friends. Like, I can't say things couldn't have gone any better than now.
That's true. What a journey we've been on. I kind of put my arm over her shoulder and kind of point towards the sunset, and may we enjoy so many more of these. Isn't it beautiful from this height?
It is. It is. It truly is. I feel like it's a very good time to just reflect on, you know, the simple pleasures in life and the fact that we have each other in our love.
I kind of raise my arm around and, you know, make sure she's still staring at the sun. Behind her, I'm like fiddling with my pouch, take something out of it. Then, oh, by the way, Cass, I say as she's looking out.
Yes. And I like sort of turned towards him, but I'm still looking at the sunset.
You kind of see Ransom kneeling down on one knee, and he's got out in his hand a ring.
I like look, and then I look back, and then I like, oh my god, is that what I think it is?
Well, Cass, I know that it may not be for that long, but for me, it'll be an eternity. How would you like to join me on an adventure for the rest of, hopefully, a very long life?
I like don't say anything for a minute, and then like, cause I'm like in shock. Well, then of course I will, and I like immediately give him a kiss and hug him.
I give her a big kiss too.
Oh.
It's happening!
The balloon floats aimlessly for a little while as no one's there to control it, and eventually it gets set down somewhere. The party gets ridden back to meet up with Kellen and Olivia, who have been hanging out near the dungeons. Antonio the Magnificent has a gig next week somewhere else, and he comes in chains before both Kellen and Olivia, who are like talking through the bars, gets down on both of his knees, tears in his eyes, and says, I'm so sorry. I apologize. Look, I've had a lot of assistance, and they're always so breath-swept with the fall and everything. It just felt natural, and I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it.
I look to Olivia to see her reaction.
Well, you know, it is important to ask consent before doing anything to a woman.
Or a man.
Or a man. Yes, it's true. Or a man.
I get so swept away with the passion of the moment sometimes. I'm sorry. There's no real excuse for it.
I understand where you're coming from. I also do get swept by passion sometimes, so I guess I do accept your apology.
And I promise, whatever, regardless of what you're saying, I'm gonna drop the charges against Mr. Pointy Ears over there.
My boyfriend, who gloriously has made right a situation that was so wrong.
Well, I would have done the same thing if I were him, so I can't really be mad at him, I guess.
I understand. Well, I understand where everyone's coming from. I guess it's a happy ending in prison here.
You're so understanding, babe.
Yeah. Both of you are really great, you know.
What?
Passion, it's important to have it in your heart.
Right, like our passion that we have
Yeah.
for each other. And I reach through the bars and stroke her face.
Yeah, and his own passion that he has alone.
But like ours, that's better.
Of course, babe.
Yeah.
Because it's like two passions colliding.
Right. To make like a mega passion.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, you know what we can do tonight once you get out of prison?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Explore
Mega
passion. Yeah. Yeah. When passions collide.
And you know, now it's kind of like you're getting out of prison.
Oh yeah.
The guard's like, okay, stop. I can't put up with this anymore. You out. They unlock your cell and like shoo you out of the prison. Antonio is released and sent on his way. And then the party meets back up at the tavern, where I think Kess and Ransom have something to tell the others.
We like storm in and we're like, you'll never guess what it was like at the prison. Blah 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 blah.
Married! And I show my hand.
Ah! I like hug her and I like spin her around. I'm like, oh my gosh, baby sis, is she my baby sis?
Yes.
Is she older than me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe my baby sis is getting married. I start crying and I'm like totally ignoring Ransom, but I'm just like super excited for her.
I can't believe it. It was in the hot air balloon of all places.
Oh my gosh,
The
tell me
sunset.
everything. How did he ask you? Oh my gosh, tell me everything.
He got down on one knee and asked.
That's
And
really
isn't
sweet.
it beautiful? It's my favorite colors and everything.
And then
It was very sweet.
I finally turned to Ransom and I'm like, bro, you're really gonna be my bro. Bring it in. They give him a
Yeah,
hug.
give him a hug. Well,
Well, that's great and all, but like, he just got out of prison. Like, just to leave, like, that's
I look at Olivia with bright eyes, like waiting for her to congratulate me.
congrats!
Yay! And I give her a hug.
Bash, Rockstorm, and Guy Claypool make their way over here, hearing the happy, joyous celebration, and they give you each hugs in turn. Congratulating you on your newly minted marriage or newly minted engagement. Cook the chef promises to make you the most fabulous wedding meal you've ever had. He's not very good with cakes, but he's a fantastic pie maker, and he wants to make you some wedding pies. He's going to do some key lime pies, some pumpkin pies, and then some blueberry cobbler pies.
That sounds amazing.
Kess, just so you know, if you want any help with your wedding planning, I am here for you. Totally ready to help out.
Awesome.
Kellen, don't you think that's like more of Olivia's wheelhouse or something? Like,
You know
No,
what?
I want my brother to help me plan. That's perfect.
Just because Olivia is literally good at 100% of things in the universe doesn't mean that I can't help too.
I would love to hear both your inputs. I think a smaller one probably would be good. I wonder if our parents will come.
Small wedding, like 400 people, like 600, like
No, less than that, Kellen.
oh.
so like,
We don't want to invite the whole city, do we?
I mean, whatever you want, you're the bride, but I mean like a couple cities as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, whatever you think, Kellen.
Oh, okay.
shouldn't
just want a
Ransom have
pretty
some
dress.
like say in everything too? Guy
This
Claypool.
guy?
Yeah.
Guy, is this your family? I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to be helpful.
Oh,
I'm
it's
sorry.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Are you gonna?
I look at Kellen, or
I
I look at Ransom.
I kind of
Do
pull
you-
that
what
guy
do you
like
think,
on the
Ransom?
side. I pull Guy to the side. I'm like, it's okay if they don't want to include us in the wedding planning. You know, we can just do our own thing and like hang out as they like. whip up this
Whoa,
whole-
Olivia! I was
Olivia,
totally counting
I
on your
invited you.
expertise.
well, I'm gonna
I'm
just
Babe,
like, you guys
babe.
don't hear what I'm saying. I'm just like pulling him on the side, and we're
No,
like,
I would not let you go off with Guy Claypool right now. I would be like, babe, where are you going? I'm totally counting on you. I can't do this on my own.
oh.
I look at Ransom,
I want to
and
respect
I like
English
immediately.
tradition
I'm like,
on that.
oh my gosh, this is crazy.
But you know what? I think Kellen has the right idea. I just want to shout out to the entire world that I love this woman, I say, as I like raise my voice in the tavern.
Aw, that's so
Aw.
romantic.
All right. There is
I,
much
like,
applause. You guys get many rounds of drinks bought for you. eventually the topic of your
Olivia
parents.
gets super drunk.
Oh, okay. Eventually, the topic of your parents comes up again, and the question gets brought up. How are you going to tell them? Because you can't just send a letter from Akuba to your parents back home. With this level of technology and stuff, the only way to get them a message would be to go home to the Elven lands and send a message from there, or to deliver it yourself.
Well, delivering it ourselves and going to Elven lands is the same thing, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Isn't there such a thing as messengers in this world?
There are, but they're
Elves don't trust humans.
yeah, there's not a lot in the way of messengers to elven areas. They don't really take well to outsiders. And also the inter-kingdom messenger system is usually not that great. It's like an 80% chance of it arriving intact.
Those are pretty good odds.
Yeah, they're pretty good odds, but for something this important, you might want to deliver it by hand.
What do you think, Cass?
I look at what?
I think an 80% odds of a message getting to your parents are about right.
Yes, but what's the chances of them coming based on a basic message? I look to Helen. Do you think we should go home with this news?
It depends on what you want, sis. If you want our parents to, be there, then we'll definitely have to go and convince them. If you don't want them to be there, then I think a message is just fine.
As much as I would love for them to be there, I mean, they didn't accept us. To me, right now, you're my family.
I understand.
So I think we'll send a message, and if they want to come, they should try. They should be accepting of us,
Maybe they'll surprise us.
Hopefully. And if they don't, you know what? Screw them. This is our family now. You, Olivia. I look at Bash and them, and I'm like, you guys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't we close the door on today's campaign? And let's do the question we ask every week. Do we think the party has leveled up? So,
Yes!
Party, you make your
Absolutely.
recommendation. Chat, you can vote on it, and then I will veto one way or the other, or approve.
We got a lapel pin. We're the winners.
We're
deserve
GSL
it.
champions.
Yeah. And we knock charades out of the park.
And we have a marriage proposal, and we're 4 weeks in to XP gains without leveling up. So I don't think that there's any reason we should not at this point. Although Jen is sitting there being like, I don't know.
I'm right with it.
No, Jen's like, wait, are we leveling at the last campaign level we'll ever do?
All right, here's your straw poll chat. It's nice and spammed for you.
So far they're saying yes.
Obvious, yes.
Except for Fluffy Kittens, who says no. So thanks, Fluffy Kittens.
Yeah, this is pretty overwhelmingly.
Yes, this time.
Oh my god, with a 90-something%. Yeah, you guys should definitely level up. There's no reason. This is perfect. So
I think that's a pretty major step, a marriage proposal. I think that's pretty worth a level.
Yeah. That's pretty big. So why don't we go around the table and have everyone roll some new hit points? Olivia, you're going to roll a d10.
We're level 4 now then, right?
You're level 5 now.
Why are my levels not saving?
You're supposed to roll a d8, but that's great
Oh.
because I messed up. I said a 10, but it should have been an 8, and a 4 is both of them. So 4 HP for Olivia. Kess and Kellen, please each roll a d6 for new hit points. 4.
Yeah.
Neil, I keep meaning to ask you
Very
3.
good.
That we had. Never mind.
Okay. And Ransom, give me that d10. Do you have high con?
Yeah, bam!
Ooh, 9. Beautiful there.
Dang. Better than your 1 last time.
If any of you guys have 15 or 16 Constitution, you get a +1 or +2 to HP each level, respectively. I don't think anyone's got high stats. This is level 5. The bards each get 15 points to put into their bardic abilities. There will be new spells for all the spellcasters. And I think we can deal with all that bookkeeping off screen. So I think we're done for today.
Do we get a +1 to hit or no?
Ooh, you get it every other level. So you get it at 3, 5, 7, 9. So yes, you get a +1 to hit right now.
Sweet. So we should be at +2 now, right?
Yes, you should each be at
Okay.
+2 to hit.
I was already at +2 to hit.
You
You told me that last time.
Oh well, I guess you got a free +1 to hit
Sweet.
early.
Awesome.
Yeah. Olivia, you're level 5, so you get a +1 at level 3 and 4. So you should also be at a +1 to hit right now, or +2 to hit right now, Olivia.
I was at +2.
Yeah.
Did we get any money for winning the competition?
No, it was honors only.
Okay.
You have the special GSL badge, which is worth a lot prestige-wise.
And did we get another proficiency or no?
No, not at level 5.
Okay.
So that is it for Misscliks D&D Devotion. Do we have some shout-outs we'd like to do around the table before we take off for the night?
Yeah. I wanted to take a second just briefly to talk about something that we think about a lot with D&D that we actually mentioned at the beginning of this season, which is that we all see D&D as a way for us to kind of like explore very complex human situations in ways that are safe and can be humorous even when those situations aren't really humorous, like murdering someone. And so I just wanted to put out there that, like, though we were throwing around words like consent and violence as the answer to problems, those aren't things that we want to promote. And I know that kind of goes without saying, but I just want to put out there that, like, as someone who has been affected by sexual assault and as situations like that are very complex and can cause very real feelings and very real problems in life, I don't want anyone to sit here thinking that we take those things lightly. So I want you to know that when we play with these themes in D&D, it's because we want to play with them in extremes to work through them in our own minds through the eyes of caricatures instead of by ourselves. So I hope that that didn't make anyone feel excluded, and I hope that if it did make you feel things that you want to talk about, that you reach out to people in this community and talk about them, because we all are open and want to hear it and want to listen.
Well said.
And as far as shout outs for things that I'm doing, I'm headed off tomorrow morning super early to St. Jude Play Live Summit, which is a really awesome charity event for the kids, and we're going to be broadcasting Twitch Weekly from there on Friday at 1 p.m. It's going to be really cool. I am told I will be crying all weekend with feels, so come join me and wear waterproof mascara. And then I'm going almost straight from there to Blizzard to do a Heroes stream on Tuesday, making some cool new announcements about Heroes 2.0. So tune into that, and hopefully I'll see you all soon.
Hey, Kess.
I am Parleflois at everything. We'll be streaming. I'm gonna start streaming earlier so I can have a normal person schedule soon. But I'm also now starting a new campaign on Mondays on Brotato's channel for Forgotten Myths. So I'm joining their cast for D&D on Monday. So I'm excited for that because that's 2 days of D&D a week. As I choke. Other than that, just you can find me at Parleflois. Nothing too crazy going on. I will be shook. Okay, I'm done.
Ransom.
I value your time, so I'll keep it short. Jen.
Wow.
You can follow me at LivinPink. That is all.
Wow.
I kind of mimicked you, but I still had to like name drop something.
Nice. I'm doing all sorts of D&D stuff over on my channel. We're planning various campaigns all the time and running through them. So that's twitch.tv/Koivu or Koivu0 on YouTube. And that's it for us for Misscliks D&D Devotion. We will see you guys next week at our same Misscliks time and same Misscliks place. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.